Hello, future myself and people who might be watching this. Happy to be back and to update that actually the person who wanted to get the chairs did yesterday pick up the chairs on time and also put the money into my letterbox. I am really happy about this. It's like just such a small gesture, but yeah, it's just something that I have to think about and really does cheer me up, because I just thought, so maybe I have to think about my own expectations, but I thought to 63-65% the person is going to get away with the chairs and not leave anything back, because it would have been just so convenient, right? But yeah, this worked. It's amazing. I'm really happy about it. Yeah. So I'm currently supervising a student. Well, not 100%. So it's kind of my supervisor has a student, and I'm keeping care of him as well. And today I had to leave early, so he stayed until I think now 9 p.m. and worked on my stuff. Did not complain. No, he's really an amazing student, not because he did this, but because just someone who is interested in learning, honest, like he makes mistakes and shares it, and I think, yeah, that's just the best way it could be, because it's just, I remember feeling so insecure sometimes towards my own supervisors about when I forgot samples outside or something small happened that I could not share with them because I was scared, or I didn't feel I had the trust relationship to tell them. So him, yeah, just fucking up things and then reporting about it is just a really nice thing. This is not gonna be a long talking video of me, just mainly wanted to update about yesterday. Also feeling extremely exhausted. I was a bit out of the city, just came back again. Yeah, still feeling slightly anxious about the summer school next week. I think I'm thinking too much about it. But yes, I appreciate my privacy. I appreciate being alone, and I really, when I say this, I'm really happy that I obviously have my own apartment, can live by myself, or at least I have a space to be myself or to be alone, right? From all kind of noise, isolated. So, and I really don't like it when this space gets invaded. So yeah, and this really makes me think about all the people who cannot afford to be alone, or who don't have the, let's say, privilege to have their own stuff, to be by themselves, and just, yeah, I just think it's, I think everyone has that need. Some people more, some less. I have it a lot, and I can imagine some people have it and they will never in their lifetime will ever have the possibility to be alone. I mean, there are different ways of being alone. Sometimes you're just in a crowd and you still feel alone, but I mean, really, this relaxation time or just alone by yourself. Oh, a plane is going up, but I think you cannot see it now. Yeah. And besides this, just finishing some small analysis stuff, which partially my student was helping me out. I'm really questioning like how much phenol contamination can interfere in qPCR. If anyone has like a phenol contamination in your RNA, how much is the effect of the, like, because I read that it might inhibit the PCR reaction, but I don't know how well it will inhibit it. So this is a huge question that I have in mind, and I guess I could find it out, and I guess I could also purify my RNA by doing additional washing steps. but then I don't know if I'm going to lose my RNA. Lots of questions. I might do a washing step. I don't know. Oh, maybe tomorrow. This is what we are going to do with my student, because I have right now quite a lot of phenol contamination, and I just don't know if I don't get bad values, and don't know if it's because of the stupid contamination. It will be so annoying. But at the same time, I think it's not really that important sample, so I could just give a fuck about it. Yeah. If anyone has experience with this and understands the chemical reactions behind it well, and could tell me if this is a devastating contamination or not, I would be very happy to understand. I feel I have something in my voice. I cannot say it's like constantly coughing today, and it just feels like it's not my voice. But generally just tired. I need to go and prepare a presentation. I'm happy it's for a pitch, and I do think people, this sounds really arrogant, but no, I do think I can fake a genuine smile for an audience, act cute, laugh, make sarcastic jokes, and I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, let's see if it will work out for me. I soon have, I think, to end this, because I just know I don't have that much battery. But I'm actually planning not really planning. It was just a minor thought that I for a second had and now not really have anymore. But getting a camera that doesn't shake, because sometimes I watch these videos as well, and it's super annoying when you have this constant shaking. Super annoying, really. And I can kind of not get rid of it because my hands are just shaking. So it would be kind of cool to have something that doesn't constantly like jiggle around or wiggle around or whatever. Yeah. I really, if I look 10 years back, I feel like time starts to pass by also faster. The older you get, kind of like there's a gradual increase and then probably a decrease again. And currently I feel like time is passing by way too quickly. But 10 years ago I felt time was not like passing at all. And I was so anxious about the future. I was still in high school, not knowing how things will turn out. I mean, I felt some kind of accomplishment because I struggled a lot to get into high school, and I guess I never want to forget this today. That for me, making it into high school was one of the bigger challenges, and I'm also feeling blessed that this was one of the bigger challenges of my life until today, and nothing more. So it's really a small, minor thing, because I think I would be today also at a good position without having been to high school. It's something that made maybe my life a bit simpler or easier now, or maybe even complicated, I don't know, because I'm not sure if I'm happy about the fact I feel like I've been stuck at university for way too long, and I'm coming from a culture where it's like first you do this, then you do this, and then you do this. But if you're so long at university and you're going just at one single path, you have nothing in parallel running, it feels like you're stuck at one point, and you don't realize this at the beginning, but actually I think I really feel stuck. Oh, beautiful flowers. Doesn't smell. Yeah. So I guess feeling stuck is one of the feelings that I have and still have, because I mean started like the first 2 years of med school were fun, cool, everything is new, you are overwhelmed with a lot of things you need to learn, but it's also everyone is telling you, oh, it's so difficult, and it's not difficult. No, it's only as difficult as you make it for yourself, I guess. And yeah, so I would say it's not difficult, but people are like, oh, it's so difficult. Yeah, it has its up and downs, and I also was challenging some of the downs, but I wish people would have said to me, oh, you can also do something next to it. I mean, I was always working or doing something in parallel, or was working for some type of association, small things. Had an environment next to uni, so I had friends besides uni. I was exchanging ideas, doing totally different stuff, which was really cool. And I'm happy I did this because I know that some of my colleagues, for them, uni was just about being present at uni, doing your courses, being well, and at the end, honestly, how much does it matter? Not that much. Especially, I feel like in medicine, it's a traditional path. Like, there's a lot we should have learned, but we didn't. Like, I think, hey, programming should have been at least introduced. Like, okay, we don't need to become the next computer scientists, but come on, we could have learned a bit of Java or Python or something like this, but no, nothing at all. And I feel like there was such a lack between the current technologies, the communication between current technologies and medicine. Obviously, you learn about MRI and CT and all these things, and it's beautiful and good, but you're just a user. Like, you don't understand really. And the moment you try to teach a bit about physics, etc., everyone becomes bored at med school, really. At least in my year. So it's really difficult, I think, to really make it clear to people that there is being a doctor today is not just understanding how the blood circulates within the body. It's a big part, yes, but being able to also understand how this can be, yeah, just further, how this knowledge can be implemented in other areas and used differently. So this I kind of missed, I would have to say. Or also just like calculating, like, come on, like a lot of doctors don't even, are already confused when they have to change from microliter into milliliters. Like, really? And you're the person prescribing medicine. So I just think, why didn't pay? Because I honestly learned about pharmacology a bit, right? And the rest, like the amount, yeah, obviously there are recommendations, and you know the recommended amount for this medication is this and that, but that's all. Like, it's like almost if you would change, oops, almost dying, almost if you would change country, you would be so lost with their medications. Maybe they have different ways of labeling them, or different ways of putting the concentration. Or yeah, I just feel like we could have invested a bit more time in these things. I feel totally insecure, like I felt during med school, totally insecure about pharmacology, because I think it's such a big responsibility, and I also still do feel absolutely insecure about it. Yes, so there I really did not understand what the idea of the university was. And also, like, yeah, personalized medicine was a bit of a topic. I understand that obviously you have this hyper-tech stuff. You have this blueprint guy who is like doing all these absolute ridiculous amount of measurements every day, every hour of his life. And then you just have the normal healthcare system where, yeah, this stuff cannot be implemented because way too costly, time consuming, costly, just not needed. Or also we don't know what to do with those values. I mean, just the amount of information you get from an MRI set is so huge. And what do we take? We just look if there is a bit of swollen tissue around the bone. That's it. Or if there is it's just, you can get so much information out of these data sets, and you could apply cool algorithms to get more information and to predict stuff, but it's not being done. Why? Because all these pipelines need to be implemented, and why? It's an administrative war, basically. So no one wants to do it, and the people who do it, they are doing good at the end, but the past there is just horrible. I really hope this changes in the future, because it's so ridiculous that the healthcare system is just collecting data, but and then not using it. It's just like, it doesn't make any sense. Just, we need to have a really nice system of collecting data, and that can be immediately put into a pipeline to be processed. This can give us predictions, and this would also allow that if you constantly feed the system with data, that it actually might be able to do really decent predictions. And yeah, I'm honestly not afraid being replaced by a software or by something. As a doctor, I think you just need to learn how to use these tools to make your patients' life better, and understand how they work. But this is not being taught, so the only way you can be a good doctor is by being a traditional doctor. I don't know, maybe I have been now too long in science. I need to go back in the clinics to see what's it, but I don't think, because things in the clinics change very slowly, so you will not miss that much within a few years. I guess so. I don't know, honestly. At this point, I'm too tired to talk, and I'm just, I said it's not going to be long, but this is way too long. So I wish everyone a good night, good evening. See you in a week probably, or a few days.